Hello, my name is Jeff. I've been working with the Reston Community Center for 13 years. For information on all of our great programs that we offer, please feel free to check out the RestonCommunityCenter.com. For today, I'm going to teach you guys a fun family activity, carving a pumpkin. All right, we've got our pumpkin here. Friends, this is an activity that is going to need parent supervision. We were going to be dealing with a few bladed items, things like our carving knives and our serrated edges like this. So again, make sure your parents are with you for this activity. This is an activity that you don't need to go out and do much shopping for. I'm using a few items from a pumpkin carving kit, but that again is not necessary. You can use items that you find in your home. I've got myself a butter knife here that I'm going to use to assist me in my carving of the pumpkin. I've got a few items that I got from the kit. I've got a dry erase marker, which I'll explain what that is used for a little bit later. I've got myself a rubber glove to keep my hand clean during the process, and I've got a plate for once I removed all the insides of the pumpkin out. All right. To get this activity started, I typically like to draw out the structure of my jack-o'-lantern face before I get into cutting. So I'm going to use our dry erase marker, and the reason we use a dry erase marker is because if we make a mistake, it's a lot easier to wipe away than, say, a pen or a permanent marker. So I'm going to start with a nice little traditional triangular eye. All right, looks pretty good. I'll do a little triangle nose. And then I'll do a nice big mouth here. All right, that seems to look pretty good to me. So I'm going to head to cap my pen, put that off to the side. All right, what I like to do next, now that the face is set, is I want to go ahead and cut off the top so that I can clear it out. And again, parents, you want to make sure that you have a hole cut out big enough for you or your child to fit their hand in and remove all of the insides. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. All right, we're going to dive into cutting off the top of the pumpkin. We're going to use what I've got here is a serrated colossal carver pumpkin carving knife from our pumpkin kit. Parents, this is very important. I'd really appreciate if you guys went and handled the carving of the top and probably a lot of the aspects of the face, and your child can help you in other areas. All right, I'm going to make sure the blade is facing away from me, and I'm going to go in through the top of the pumpkin at a bit of an angle there. All right, I'm going to just slowly puncture around the pumpkin, little incisions all the way around. All right. I'm going to switch to a smaller serrated pumpkin carver, and that's going to help me kind of finish the lines going all the way around. Again, I'm making sure the teeth of the blade are facing away from me. I'm just going to go around the edge and follow along those incisions that I made. Once I've gone around the outside edge, I want to give it a few pulls, make sure I've got everything. It looks like I did. I'm going to pull everything up. All right. I'm going to take the top part, I'm going to cut off the stringy seeds bits. Good, and make sure it fits nicely. All right. Now we can move on to the inside of the pumpkin. This is where I'm going to need my rubber glove. And parents, this is where your kids can really have a good time helping you. A lot of this messy, fun stuff in here is a great activity for them. So I'm going to take my small pumpkin scooper, and I'm just going to slowly start to loosen everything off the edges on the inside there. All right. Once the insides are nice and loose, I'm going to go ahead and transfer it over to my plate. It's a bit hard to get everything the first go around, so I'm gonna go back in with my little pumpkin scoop. And we wanna make sure we get the pumpkin as clean as possible on the inside before we begin cutting the face. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my gloves since it's all slimy. Put that to the side. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and get into the face. And again, parents, I urge you to take control of this part. We don't want any of our children messing around with the blades. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my pumpkin carving knife or a traditional butter knife. Again, friends, you don't have to purchase anything. You can use items that you have at home in your own kitchen. All right, so I'm gonna start with the eye. I'm gonna make a small cut there, again with the blade facing away from me. I'm just gonna slowly puncture up and around the eye, small little incisions. All right. I'm going to go ahead and switch to a smaller serrated knife just to help me cut out all the fine lines for the eye hole here. Again, following the smaller incisions I made a little bit ago. Going around the eye there. All right. Looking good. Let's move down to the nose and the mouth. Again, always with the blade facing away from me. All right, now we're going to go back in with a spoon. Doesn't matter which one. You just want to clean out all the leftover pulp. I'm also going to go back in with our smaller serrated knife, and again, it doesn't matter what kind of knife you use, parents. And I want to kind of cut away some of the inside pulp just to make the smile a bit cleaner, as well as the eyes and parts of the inside of the nose. And there we have it, folks. We've got our nice pumpkin carved. All right. I decided to freehand this design, but like my friend Jack Skellington here, you can find templates and stencils online of just kooky ideas that someone else has done. Or you can do what I did today, which is go ahead and freehand your idea. All right. So as we go to clean up the rest of the pumpkin, I want to take a wet rag and kind of clean off any and all of the pulp around the outside. This wet rag is also really good for your dry erase marker that you put on there earlier. That'll help slowly rub some of that away. All right. Friends, the best way to keep your pumpkin preserved after this is to go ahead and, after you've hollowed everything out, open it back up, and if you have any petroleum jelly, to go ahead and smear and rub petroleum jelly all around the inside, and that'll help keep it hydrated and last a bit longer. All right. When it comes to preserving your pumpkin with petroleum jelly, I would like to make a note to stay away from lit candles. If you're going to line your inside of your pumpkin with petroleum jelly, you do not want to use a lit candle. A nice little electronic tea candle that's battery operated is going to be the safest option for you in that. Again, friends, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. For more program information on a lot of the classes and the things we offer at the Reston Community Center, please check out therestonCommunityCenter.com.